I, 32, never thought I would find myself in this position, let alone considering taking legal action against my best friend. It all started a few months ago when I introduced my best friend, Sarah, 30, to my husband, James, 35. Sarah and I had been friends since high school, and I trusted her like a sister. Little did I know that she would betray that trust in the most unimaginable way. The first conflict arose when James started spending more and more time with Sarah. At first, I didn't think much of it. They were just friends, after all. But as weeks went by, I started noticing a change in their behavior towards each other. They would laugh a little too much at each other's jokes, and I caught them exchanging meaningful glances when they thought I wasn't looking. I confronted Sarah about it, hoping she would reassure me that there was nothing going on between her and James. But instead of denying any wrongdoing, she admitted to having feelings for him. I was floored. How could my best friend betray me like this? And how could James, the man I loved and trusted with all my heart, reciprocate those feelings? I tried to salvage my marriage, but every attempt was met with resistance from both James and Sarah. They claimed that their feelings were too strong to ignore, and they wanted to explore a relationship together. I felt like my whole world was crumbling around me. The two people I trusted the most were now betraying me in the worst possible way. As the situation escalated, I found myself faced with the heartbreaking decision to file for divorce. I couldn't bear to be with a man who had fallen for my best friend, and I couldn't trust Sarah ever again after what she had done. The fallout was devastating. Friends and family took sides, some choosing to support me while others believed that I was overreacting. Update: things took a turn for the worse when James and Sarah decided to move in together shortly after our divorce was finalized. It felt like a dagger through my heart, knowing that they were living in the same house that used to be our home. The betrayal was too much to bear. I reached my breaking point when I found out that James and Sarah were planning to get married. It was like a slap in the face, a cruel twist of fate that I never saw coming. I felt anger, sadness, and betrayal all at once. How could they move on so quickly, as if our marriage had meant nothing to them? I had tried to be the bigger person throughout the whole ordeal, but enough was enough. I decided to take legal action against Sarah for emotional distress and betrayal of trust. It wasn't just about seeking revenge. It was about holding her accountable for her actions and making sure she understood the pain she had caused. As the lawsuit progressed, tensions between us reached an all-time high. Sarah accused me of being vindictive and destructive, while I struggled to come to terms with the fact that my best friend had turned into my worst enemy. The legal battle was draining, emotionally and financially, but I knew I had to see it through to the end. Now, as I sit here reflecting on everything that has happened, I can't help but wonder, am I the asshole for suing my best friend after she stole my husband? The answer may not be clear-cut, but one thing is for sure. The pain of betrayal runs deep, and healing from it may take a lifetime. Update: the legal battle dragged on for months, with both sides refusing to back down. Tensions between Sarah and me reached an all-time high as we faced each other in court, each presenting our side of the story. The media attention surrounding the case only added fuel to the fire, with headlines branding me as the scorned wife seeking revenge and Sarah as the heartless best friend who broke up a marriage. The courtroom drama was intense, with emotions running high as old wounds were reopened. Sarah's defense painted me as the aggressor, accusing me of being controlling and suffocating in my relationship with James. On the other hand, my lawyer argued that Sarah had knowingly pursued a relationship with a married man, destroying the trust and friendship that had once existed between us. As the trial came to a close, the judge ruled in my favor, awarding me a settlement for emotional distress and betrayal. While the victory felt satisfying in some ways, the bitterness and resentment remained. Sarah refused to accept the verdict, insisting that she had done nothing wrong and that our friendship was never as important to her as she claimed. In the end, the fallout from the lawsuit left both sides hating each other more than ever. The bond that had once connected us as best friends was irreparably broken, replaced by animosity and betrayal. As I look back on the events that unfolded, I can't help but wonder if it was worth it. The legal battle may have provided some closure, but the scars left by Sarah's betrayal run deep. Conclusion: in the end, the question still remains. Am I the asshole for suing my best friend after she stole my husband? While some may see my actions as justified, others may view them as vindictive and petty. The truth is that betrayal cuts deep, especially when it comes from someone you trusted and loved. The legal battle may have offered some semblance of justice, but the emotional wounds left behind are far from healed. As I move forward with my life, I know that the pain of Sarah's betrayal will always linger in the background. The friendship that once meant everything to me has been shattered beyond repair, leaving nothing but anger and resentment in its wake. While the legal battle may have provided some closure, the scars left by Sarah's actions will always be a painful reminder of the betrayal that tore my world apart. And as for Sarah, well, I can only hope that she someday realizes the gravity of her actions and the destruction they wrought on not just my marriage, but our friendship as well.